So I want to give you an advice that I am desperate to take by myself. And it's all wrapped up in this whole conversation around the fact that Noah did not wait for the rain before he built the ark. Now, if you're a Christian, I know that you're familiar with the story of Noah, the man who God instructed to build an ark because he was trying to destroy the world with water, with rain, water, and all that. And God instructed Noah to build the ark so he can save himself, his family, and, some animals. And of course, we know how the story ended. He did that. He did just that. The reason why this story is so important to me and why I really wanted to tie it into the message I'm looking to share today is the fact that Noah did not wait for that rain to build the ark. Imagine if he had waited, let me see if the rain is really going to fall before I build the ark. Don't you think it would have been too late? It would have been so late and he would have perished with his family. And, just that simple act of obedience. And now this is not a preaching situation, but like I said, is an advice that I'm hoping to take by myself because personally, I have so many things that I believe that God is calling me to build, so much impact that I believe God is calling me to make, when it comes to books, when it comes to my films, when it comes to I have so many ideas day in, day out. And, now coming back to you, what is that thing that you believe that God is calling you to build? What is that thing that you wished and you hope that you want to do before you leave this earth? Like, what is that thing? What you just keep pushing it back, you keep waiting for all the right situations, you keep thinking you're not ready, you keep thinking, you just don't know where to start from because we are all there, we have all been there. Even this YouTube channel is part of the thing that I feel God is calling me to actually build, to create something, to do something with. But for a long time, I keep pushing it. And, for most of us, we actually have real constraints. For an example, me, I'm married and I have babies. I just have a 3-month-old right now and I have a 3-year-old. Work is doing, life is lifing. There's so many things to do. And there are days I'm like, oh, today I want to do this. And before I know what is happening between taking care of the kids, the house, going to my job, my business, doing all the things, I just said that the time is gone and there's literally no more time for me to do the things that I really wanted to do. And those are real constraints. Some people you have, parents or children or people that are sick that you have to take care of. And it's just making it so difficult for you to be able to do the thing that you know and believe that God is calling you to do. And that is why I'm making this video. You see, Noah did not wait for the best condition. Noah did not wait for the best condition before he built that ark. Meaning that no matter what is going on, we can create time. It's going to be difficult. It's going to be hard. In fact, these days, I believe I'm going to be recording videos at night. Right now, I just had to just jump in to quickly make this video because my baby is sleeping and we just need to make the time. It's not going to be easy, but at the end of the day, you have to decide and determine that thing that you're looking to do, is it more important than your excuses, right? Or are your excuses more important than the thing that you wish to do? And maybe not excuses, your real life challenges. For some it's just excuses, but some you do have real life challenges, right? But we have to get to the point where we determine these challenges that I have right now, are they more important than the thing I'm being called to build, right? And is there where I can walk my way around it? Because you see, the truth is tomorrow is not promised. Actually, the usual advice everybody says, when we're talking about these old things about ambition and achievement, we always get to this default that, oh, tomorrow is not promised. What if you don't die tomorrow? What if something happens? But the honest truth is, what if your tomorrow is actually promised? What if you live up to 80? What if you live up to 90, 100? So what if you live up to that? Do you want to have a life of regret or a life of respect? Right? Because you have to choose what you want. A life of regret is a life steeped in the fact that, oh, you had so many opportunities, you had so many things that you wanted to, you had so many chances, but you never took them. Right? Or do you want a life of respect where the people who you have been impacted in their lives, the things you have done, they bring respect to your name and to your person. So do you want a life of regret or a life of respect? Because at the end of the day, You are deciding that right now with your actions, your habits, the things you're choosing to prioritize, the things you're choosing to make time for. You're making that decision day in, day out, a decision for the life of regret or the life of respect. So if you want a life of respect, you need to get to the point where you decide that the things that you want to do, they are way more important than your challenges and your real life situations or your excuses or your distractions, right? There's so many distractions, so I don't even want to get into that. There's so many distractions. You see, back on the life of regret or respect, there's a story I watched on YouTube recently. I can't remember the guy's name, but I watched it on a YouTube channel and he was interviewing people, older guys, about, what is one thing that you regret about life? What is one thing you wish you didn't do or that you did? And he spoke to a particular guy. His name is James, actually, because, they called his name on the channel. So his name is James, and he said something that really shook me to my core. He said, as in James, he said, I am the biggest failure to ever walk the face of the earth. And when he said that, I'm like, oh my goodness, very fine looking man, tall, handsome. He looked like he could have gotten anything he wanted out of life. And he went on to talk about the fact that I think he's in 70 or something, I can't remember, but that statement he made stood with me for a very long time, that he is the biggest failure to ever walk the face of the earth, because there were things he really set out to do in his life. He wanted to be a lawyer. He knew he could make a lot of money. He knew he could have built a family, but he didn't do any of those things. And he said about the fact that now he's lonely, he's not married, he doesn't even have children, doesn't even have a career, and he's just walking through life. He said he lived in the US for some time, then moved back to London. He doesn't even have friends. He said those words, and I wish I could just reach out to him and hug him. It's such a real thing, and this is something that happens to people day in, day out. So even in your 30s, you're in your 40s, you're in your 20s, you see, the decision is being made right now by the things you're choosing to do, the things you're choosing to give your time to. You see, life will not give you what you want, but it's going to give you what you are bold enough, you're courageous enough to fight for. In James' case, of course, it's not that he didn't try or anything, but life can just be life. But at the end of the day, it is up to us to always try to take charge. I said the word try because it's not easy. Yeah, it's not easy, and I'll be very insensitive to say, oh, it's easy, you just gotta go for it, you just gotta do it. Nah, it's not. It's not. And before I even wrap up this video, I want to even share another story about this nurse, Bronnie, where she used to interview a lot of people. She worked with people who were like dying on their way out of the world. It's called palliative care, and she spent a huge part of her career interviewing some of them to know like what are their regrets. And I was able to put it on ChatGPT what the 5 biggest regrets people had before dying is, I wish I had lived a life true to myself, not what others expected. Where are you making people's expectations to just hold you back and keep you in one position? Then the second thing is, I wish I hadn't worked so hard. Fine, we want to achieve certain things, we want to do, we want to be the best that we can be, but at the end of the day, we need to strike a balance at some point, right? Then the third regret people had is, I wish I had expressed my feelings more. Then the fourth one is, I wish I had stayed in touch with my friends. Then the fifth one, I wish I had let myself be happier. And that is the one that really stuck with me. I wish I had let myself be happier, because a lot of us, we go through life when we're looking for the thing that we desire, we are unhappy doing that. When we eventually get it, when we look at all the demands and requirements, we're still unhappy. So it's crazy. So we need to deliberately fight for our own happiness. We don't have to wait for someone else to come and fill our cup. We don't have to wait for anything. You don't need to wait for your kids to be grown before you live your life. And the reason why a lot of us do that, I'm going to share it very soon. And I have a video that I'm going to also make that you can watch after this one. Now that I've shared all of this, I hope this video has helped you so far, so good. But before I wrap up, I want to share, at least 3-4 things that we can start doing right now to really start building a hack. not having to wait for the rain or having to wait, because the ark you're trying to build, it could be the thing that'll take you away from, take you out of poverty. That'll be the thing that'll save your family, your generations to come from poverty. Is the healing that you need. It's just the ark can be anything. Just look at the ark as a symbol of what you're trying to, the effect of what you're trying to do. For an example, this video, I'm hoping it really makes an impact on someone, right? This is a kind of hack that is saving a particular person from a particular situation. So whatever it is that you're trying to build is a type of hack that is supposed to do something for somebody. Okay? So here are like 3 or 4 things that you can do. The very first one is to, first of all, gain clarity. You need clarity. Without clarity, you cannot do anything. You just keep moving circle and circle. You'll be confused. You don't know what to do next. You even know where to start from. First one is clarity. Then the second thing is to get organized. Get organized. You cannot operate in a mess. Listen, this video that I'm making, in fact, I don't know if you guys like the background and all that. So I live in a 3-bedroom townhouse, and you know, when you start having kids, everything will just be getting crazy. Like everywhere is just, I just have things everywhere. So every single time when I want to make a video, I'm like, oh no, I don't like the background. No, I don't like this. I don't like that. So, I just had a baby. She's 3 months old now. And my mother-in-law, she's been with us and she stays in the guest room. And I have my clothes in my son's room. It's just everywhere, right? I'm so sorry I'm putting all this out there. So when she left, I'm like, I just told my mother, like, babe, don't you think we can make this guest room into, let me move my clothes in there and some of my things so that we have less stuff in the room so I can film in my room. But guess what? I bring all those things into the guest room. I put this thing here. And before I knew it, I sat down. I'm like, this is so beautiful. I love how it looks for a video. And voila, I have my filming set, so to say. Right, get organized. Organize your house. Change things around. You never can tell, it might spark something in you. Right, get organized. Then the third thing is to actually get moving. Action. Action beats any planning. Action beats any knowledge. Action. If you don't take action, nothing is going to happen. Sit down, record that video like I'm doing right now. Okay? Call that person. Make that trip. Book the meeting. Whatever it is, do it. Action. Then the fourth thing, which is so important, and this I'm going to make another video about it, so make sure you watch it after this one, is change your butt to hand. Change your butt to hand. I got to know about this concept when I watched an interview with Seth Godin that Mel Robbins did, and he said the reason why a lot of people are stuck is because they have so many butts, but they don't have hand. And I kept thinking about it, and it made a lot of sense. So for an example, I shared that, now I have kids, I have a husband, and I have a job, I have things, I just pressing on my time, and I'm unable to do what I'm supposed to do. You see, the minute you put but to something, you've made it your limitation. What if you say, I want to make my YouTube channel and I have kids? And it means it's an addition to your life. It's an addition. Meaning you're going to do whatever you need to do. Yeah, regardless. But when you say but is like a subtraction, is a negative. I want to do this YouTube channel, but I have children, they're never going to let me do it. I want to do this business, but my husband will never support me. How about you say, I want to do this business and my husband won't support me, meaning that you're still in that space where you're going to be able to find a way to talk to him, bring him on board or something, right? It has to do with the mindset. You see, those 2 letters, those 2 words, and but. When I learned about it, it really opened up something in my mind. I'm like, oh my goodness, change your but to and. And that's the end of this video. Let me know if you really enjoyed this. And if you did, make sure you subscribe, like, and share with your friends or someone you know that this will really help. And take it easy out there, and I'll see you in the next one.